Hello and welcome back to the Monsters of Monster Hunter Double Cross, where today I'm using another weapon that's not really in my wheelhouse to take on Nibelsnarf. So let's find us a Snarf. I think G3's got hyper ones. We're gonna do a hyper one. There it is. And this is Adept Dual Blades, using the new Hunter art that I don't know what it does, but we're gonna find out together, I guess. And I can't get water res with our defender, but that's fine. We can get defender. So, whoop, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's get rid of our antidotes and our hot drinks, because we're not going to need either one. And then let's bring some bombs along for the ride. Because bombs are good against Nibelsnarf. I like monsters where you can use items in different ways than usual. Also, high secret area. I guess I'll go mining. Didn't get much. And there's our Snarfer. Oh, also, since these dual blades have one more slot than the longsword I was using, I actually was able to fit another skill in, so I've got speed sharp. Which is pretty good, because, wow, someone was pretending to be bigger than he actually was. Are you for reals right now? By the way, I've almost never used dual blades, so forgive my, I'm sure, shoddy play. Wait, that's seriously all I get for running in from an adept? Right, it's if I'm in demon mode, then the adept dodge is itself an attack. That's the thing that dual blades get. So I need to actually activate demon mode. That's right, that's how I fill up my meter. Okay, I guess I wasn't quite in for an adept dodge at that point. And hey, we must be right at the edge of our dragon aura. Which of course means it's going to go away as our health recovers, but we've got it for now. Well, now we've got it, even if I do recover. Yeah, I was saying something, then I got distracted. But yeah, I barely ever use dual blades, so do forgive all of my poor play, because there will probably be a lot of it. Ow. That mouth is a little bit bigger than I expected. But at least now we've got our Archdemon mode. Let's see what this does. Okay. Ow. So it seems our art just launches us forward. I mean, it seems like it could be useful for closing gaps. And I guess that's why it's got a relatively short charge time. I've got it set as an SP art at the moment, so that charge time is increased a bit, but it doesn't get increased out of medium territory. Like, it's medium both before and after setting it as the SP art, so it doesn't gain too much. Am I, like, unable to get adept dodges with these steps? If so, that's not good. Okay, I can. I do recall having heard that adept dual blades were nerfed in Double Cross. I must confess, I'm not sure in exactly what way they've been nerfed. But I do know that I wouldn't know the difference. I think this is like my 5th time using dual blades in any of the cross games. Like between cross, generations, and double cross, I think this is my 5th time using dual blades. Ow. Thanks, cats. I keep pressing the button like right as I get hit instead of right before. And before is when you need it. So I can now confirm. Can I get out of here? Can now confirm that dodging while in this mode is definitely still an attack. Ow. I keep forgetting that in G-Rank, Snarf can do that to follow up the wind tunnel. That's a bad thing to forget. That time it was just on me having bad timing. Yeah, it looks like that's mostly a gap closer with damage. But hey, could be worse. Of course, it could also be a lot better. Running out of stamina because you went into demon mode. That's a thing. I'm gonna need to pay attention to things like that. And kaboom. There it is. Hopefully these Apsaros don't cause problems, because they are quite capable of causing problems. But I'd rather that they didn't. Why, no, I don't have any idea what I'm doing, and yes, I am just randomly pressing buttons. How nice of you to notice. It's kind of sad that since this is a Hyper Snarf, we've got almost no chance to break his gills, and hey, we were able to actually see him under the water there. That's kind of silly. Where's my kaboom? I ordered a kaboom! I guess because we were using a regular large barrel bomb, it wasn't enough. Do dual blades even really need a gap closer? They move decently fast, and why did that hit like so many millions more times than usual? I need to remember that since I'm adept style, I want to dodge towards it, and I also want to not move in ways that prevent me from being able to get dodges. That is not conducive to my continued health and well-being. Continued survival, actually. Health isn't a thing that continues, I don't think. It's a thing that exists or does not. So, Archdemon mode doesn't last as long as I would like it to. Just throwing that out there. Why did you just teleport to the surface of the sand? That was awkward. Stop being awkward. Dodged it that time. I want this. So Nibelsnarf is an interesting monster. Like most Leviathans, it's got a lot of things that are unique to it. And it's also got the distinction of having originally been designed to replace Gobble, since it first showed up in Portable Third, a game with no swimming and therefore no Gobble. So it's basically land Gobble. And despite that, it still manages to have a lot of things that Gobble doesn't. Like the whole running around and eating bombs thing. Like, even though it's another Leviathan characterized by a large mouth, it's still not the same monster. They made sure of that. I'm Oda Kaboom, where is it? Seriously, 2 flinches? So quickly? Maybe I'll get my next Kaboom after this bomb. Okay. Gobble never ate bombs. But Snarf eats them all the time. In Gobble, you needed a fish to fish them out. Or a frog to fish them out. Whereas Snarf, you need bombs. And me, I need stamina. I also need this thing to not be a jerk right now. I feel like I should probably be able to do something stronger on the way out from an adept dodge. I might be able to. I just don't know. Not for sure. Certainly can't when my weapon's put away at the start. Yeah, so what determines whether I get that big animation or not when I use that hunter art? I don't even know. Is it about when during the jump I manage to make impact? Okay, X button is not the button to press after a dodge. A button seems to just give me another dodge. Or another little slide in. Maybe X and A together will do something. Snarf, give me a chance here. Give me something to dodge. Alright, let's get this uvula. We do want that broken just because. And I'm sure it's almost broken now. Dang it. No, like, actually do it towards me so I can dodge it, please. Why do these side steps have to be so good? Oh, hi. Ow. And that was the result of me locking myself into an attack. Nice miss. Like, really nice miss. That would have hurt if you didn't. Okay, where are you going, buddy? Dang it. I don't know, that may have done something. There was kind of a snarf in the way I couldn't really see. Are you leaving? Yeah, you're leaving. It always amuses me when a Snarf's face is hyper, because it gets those glowing yellow eyes, but if you move your camera just right, you can actually see his regular eyes sitting under them. It's silly. But we're going to do some fishing and hope that this Apsaros is not a jerk, which it looks like it really wants to be. But it wasn't in time. It's a shame that we can't really break the gills on a Hyper Nibelsnarf because they're only really available. Oh, is it that we have to hit soft parts? That might be it. Okay, X and A together seems to do nothing. Ow. So I guess X is the button to hit after a dodge with dual blades. It just is stupid and lame. Yeah, it's hitting a soft spot. That's what it is. Also, this Snarf's uvula seems oddly durable. So I might have been hitting the inside of the mouth rather than the uvula. Do those even count as separate hitboxes? I don't know. Yeah, basically if we want to break the gills, we have to let him do that attack. Because that's the only time he exposes his gills when he isn't tired. Which is yet another thing that differentiates him from Gobble. Gobble didn't expose anything based on its stamina. It exposed spikes if it got angry, but that hardly counts. Ran out of stamina. Not a good thing to have happen. Dang it. I dodged too early and couldn't dodge again in time. Might have had a shot at the gills just then, but we pissed him off. Dang it. I need to actually learn the timing if I'm going to get that dodge. It's kind of interesting that this Hunter art does more when you hit a soft spot. I don't know of any other Hunter arts that act like that. Now's our chance. Now give me my kaboom. I've earned it. He's eaten many bombs. But I guess the game disagrees and there will be no more kabooms. Unless perhaps the item box has some bombs, which is likely. They usually do when you're fighting a Snarf. I wonder what would happen if I used this Hunter art to dive into his mouth as it was open. Could I break the uvula then? Though really, I'd rather use it on the gills. Because that's a harder break to get. The uvula you can get from riding, from not running out of stamina like that, from knocking him down by hitting his legs. Speaking of riding, though, dual blades have been blessed with a pretty good jumping attack. I should actually use it more. Or, like, at all. Because I haven't used it at all yet. And it's good. Dang it. I really do need to get better at or never use again dual blades. Honestly, I'd be cool with either one. So I'm forgetting how exactly to use there. Okay, so it's not X and A off the ledge. That much I can say for certain now. And I only had to pay quite a bit of health to learn it. I guess it's probably just get into Archdemon mode and then jump off ledge and attack. That's probably what it is. Or maybe that was it right there anyway, and it just didn't look like it to me because it's a small ledge. It's like he knew when I was going into demon mode. Ow. Didn't realize that would still hit me so far to the side, but I guess it did. Kind of annoying that taking a hit takes you out of demon mode. Ow. But then again, it's also nice because it means that you're able to dodge again, like without running out of stamina. Because it does feel a lot like I'm fighting my stamina just about as much as I'm fighting the monster. Interestingly enough, when I first played Freedom Unite on the PSP, the dual blades had been my cut weapon of choice. And I'm pretty sure I absolutely did not use them properly then. I know I'm definitely not using them properly now. Ow. Thanks, cat. So yeah, pressing A gives me those two little step dodges, which is kind of neat. Eh. Didn't aim right. Seriously? With my dodge, I managed to do this? Might be a little tough to actually fish him out here, but we got it. It gets harder each time. And if you fail to do it in time, you eat an attack for it. And we just got to see that these weapons indeed have nothing between yellow and red. Or between white and red, rather. White and yellow are different colors. Oh, nice. Scored a knockdown with an adept dodge. And we obliterated the uvula. Okay. Feel like I'm at least doing better now than I was at the start. And hey, he's limping. That's good. So we actually need to pay attention to his back right now, because it's going to be harder to see when he's dead. Like, just the textures on his back are pretty alright. We're just gonna be seeing more of his belly. Also, the textures on his face will be tough to see. I would love to break those gills, though. But alas, he's probably not going to give us the opportunity. Dang it. Couldn't dodge in time. One of the things about dual blades is you do get locked into your attacks. But we don't have... Well, we can get demon mode. And wow, that dodge filled our meter pretty quick. Come on back, buddy. Seriously, free attacks. Don't go down. It's harder to dodge when I can't see exactly where and when you're coming. And in what angle. I'm pretty sure in G rank they make him rotate to be able to catch you as best he can. Considering he almost never pops up at the same angle that he was actually traveling to get there. And he almost always pops up in such a way as to catch you in it. Managed to get in the gills there. Come on, buddy. Less of that underground stuff, please. No, I said less of the underground stuff. You're doing the opposite of what I asked. There we go. So while his back and face are still visible to an extent, it's his bright belly that's much more visible. Which is nice, because the belly's got some pretty okay textures on it. They're nothing amazing, like especially towards the middle of the belly, they seem a bit stretched. But on the legs, it's actually also not really amazing. Like these blue spots that are right where I'm standing, those look pretty nice. And then over here on the chin, that looks pretty nice. Basically where they got those spots. But then on the face, we've got some really nice texture work on the shell, as well as nice work on the part of the bump mapping. Like it makes it look a lot more elevated than it is, because it's clearly just a flat texture. And yet, they make it look like it's got ridges and whatnot when it doesn't. Then over here, we've got some nice textures as well. Just generally, it's a neat monster. I can't think of a single Leviathan that I dislike entirely. And I have a feeling that I won't be using dual blades again for any of these episodes. I'm not the hugest fan. But I just figured I ought to, because it's something different. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Join us next time when we fight Legiocrus. See you then, friends.